guys, Ken here, your thrifty apprentice. Happy Friday, everyone, and we have ourselves a good old color pencil illustration today. Keeping in the spirit of New Year's, I am doing sort of a Christmas slash New Year's illustration. Of course, they run hand in hand and they always play off of each other really well. I'm also continuing my kind of easy, relaxing first week of 2024. And just like with Water Soluble Wednesday, this past Wednesday, we are doing sort of a mini illustration, just kind of taking it easy. I'm really going to be working on some different resolutions throughout 2024. And one of them is using up sketchbooks because I have so many that have been started that have illustrations and paintings throughout them, but nothing is actually complete. Well, there are two of them that I'm close to completing, but I really want to work on trying to get some sketchbooks used up and done so that I don't have so many going at one time, which is what I'm doing here. And I typically or occasionally will block off different sections of a page in a sketchbook just so it can have a different variety. I like looking at layouts that have like several different paintings on a page or between a spread of pages versus, maybe one large painting on a page, or maybe a big panoramic painting. I think that would be something cool. Although that's probably more ideal for like an accordion sketchbook, but still. Okay, so I'm using Soucolor color pencils. They're new to me. Really economical set of pencils that comes pretty economically and cutely packed or packaged, should I say. I've heard a bit about them from the coloring book community. I really wanted to give them a try to see how they would work across the different ranges of artwork that I do. So I definitely wanted to see what would be going on. Now, this sketchbook that I'm working in is that Soho sketchbook that you guys saw me working in at the beginning of last year. I really am, and I'm testing this paper as well. And this is something else I kind of want to get into a little bit more throughout 2024, maybe testing and reviewing and giving more thoughts and opinions on the actual different types of paper that I have encountered and had the chance of using and experimenting with over the last couple of years. I don't typically do paper reviews, but I felt like, this year, that's one of the things I wanted to start concentrating on a little bit more. I mean, there will be a few changes coming to the channel with the way that I do things, always trying to improve, always trying to make room for myself as far as learning and growth is concerned, always trying to come up with new and creative ways to, do my videos, relay the information that I've learned, hoping that something that I say or do or show you will in some way enrich or make your art journey just a little bit easier. That's kind of the whole goal. When I started this channel, it was not only for myself to grow artistically, but to see if there was anything I could do to help someone else grow artistically, which is why I do a lot of the testing and reviews that I do. I really I want to try to save you guys the effort and the time of spending mass amount of monies on products that might not be worth it. Or maybe you'll find a gem. I'll find a gem and I'll be able to relay it to you. You've been able to see what I'm doing throughout this illustration. It's not too complicated. It's very straightforward. It's a Christmas bulb with a bow, and I decided to draw in like a pine branch at the very end. It wasn't even a part of the reference photo that I was looking at. Well, honestly, this is sort of a mixture of two different reference photos, and then I'm just going to throw my own idea in at the very end by adding in that pine branch. So now, of course, color pencil illustrations take a while. This one took me, even though it's small, which is why I tend to work small with color pencil illustrations, this one took me I don't know, say about 45 minutes to an hour. Of course, it's sped up to 3 times at this point, so it won't seem that way to you. But the color pencil work does take time and patience and effort. The paper has a lot to do with the outcome. The pencil, the medium itself, has a lot to do with the outcome. And hopefully, in not too long, I'll be bringing you guys my thoughts on both of the products that I'm using today. Now, I used several different shades, or should I say, for each color grouping that I used 3 different shades of that color. For instance, with the red, I used 3 different shades of reds to do the bow. I used 3 different shades of violets and purples mixed together. When I get to the pine branch, I'm going to be using several different shades of green. And when I work in color pencils, when I work in alcohol markers, when I work in oil pastels, those are more opaque mediums, even gouache sometimes, I tend to work with 3 colors: a light color, a mid-tone, and then a dark for my shadows and for deep saturation. So that's sort of the idea that I have in mind whenever I'm going into a composition, to kind of work it out and see how it's going to feel for me. Now, at this point, you'll see that I'm actually using black. I am not one, should I say, not I used, but I am not one to shy away from using black or white. I used to be, when I first got started, based on influence from other people. But the more I started to go along my own artistic journey and discover those things that I do and don't like, those things that do work for me and my particular art style, I discovered that I'm not one who dislikes black and or white. I will use them to the best of my ability, giving me every advantage that I can. Because I personally do not think that there are any rules to art. I believe that when you start imposing rules on yourself, you start to limit yourself, and it can really take away from the main point of art and creativity, and that's to have fun and to bring joy and positivity and to unite. I've heard so many artists that I feel are so pretentious about so many different things. I feel like there are so many different do's and don'ts and don'ts and do's, and not enough fun involved. A lot of YouTube content creators that I've seen, like for instance, they may tell you that using a budget product is completely a waste of your time. And I tend to disagree. There are a lot of budget products out there that are great quality and are wonderful for people who are just beginning, just jumping out the gate to try to get themselves together. I mean, everybody does not have a gold mine. Everyone can't spend major amounts of money on artistic supplies, and economical supplies and budget companies are there to help fill that gap. So I say use what you can, use what you need, just so long as you get the result that you want. And I'm just kind of rambling on, trying to give this video time to finish up. So here, this is where I was telling you I added in that pine branch, and then I'm just going to block it off. And I think I jump in with like a black marker to kind of write out Happy New Year, although my handwriting, my calligraphy is terrible. And then I'm going to use a silver metallic acrylic paint pen to kind of outline that, make it look a little better, kind of tie it into the whole composition. Well, that's kind of going to wrap up everything. Once I'm done with that part, I've kind of rambled on and just kind of talked to you guys. This was sort of one of those, paint and chats I was talking about having. So I think I'm gonna try to start working them in on Friday videos, where I just kind of chat with you guys and talk with you guys about different things and just kind of get your opinion. Don't feel shame or hesitate to jump in the comment section and let me know what you guys think about anything that I've said. Well, hopefully you've liked the video. If you saw, heard, or just enjoyed hanging out, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you'll know when all the new content is coming out. Don't forget to share the video. Sharing is caring. Again, hit up the comment section and just keep painting and crafting.